Hello, welcome back to Mama on Paper. I wanted to do a video today on some paper and stationery items I've just been really enjoying and some things I look forward to using in the future and just how I'm kind of like utilizing these things. And I first want to apologize about my nails. They look atrocious, so don't comment on that. But I did want to just post a video on these things that I'm pretty excited about. First, this. I purchased this on it was delivered to me, sorry, on September 3rd. And I honestly was not using it. I wasn't using it as this goes, as this journal cover is supposed to be used for. I would just get the pocket notebook and just put a pen like this, carry this around the house like that, and which was working really well. I could definitely still use a pocket notebook like that, which is great. It works just fine like that. But how I've been utilizing this is a game changer, because what I found is I was kind of getting irritated with taking this notebook in and out of here, and I'll kind of try to explain that in a second. But this is the Pen & Gear Pocket Notebook from Walmart. It comes in a pack of 3. This is the last one that I'm going to be replacing one of my inserts with. Not in this video because I still do have a couple of pages in my scratch notebook that I have in there. And this is a Sterling ink calendar, or a monthly calendar booklet that I will show you in just a minute, that is going to be replacing one of the notebooks in here. And I was utilizing this full time, but I kind of want to use my little fountain pen from the dollar store, but I do like using this Uniball Jetstream for planning, for highlighting, appointments and everything, with the red color and then blue and then black. It's just real basic multicolor pen. Of course, I have Coffee Monsterz Co. lobster clasp little charm here. I've really been enjoying that. Dollar Tree fountain pen. It says extra fine on the nib, but I believe it's more like a fine. It's real dirty. It kind of just, oh my gosh, this is not gonna focus. I don't know if I can get it close enough, but it says extra fine on the nib there, but I think it writes more like a fine. So in here I have this insert. So this is from AliExpress, Traveler's Notebook Zipper Wallet, which I actually don't use this as a wallet anymore. I was briefly using it like that for maybe 4 days, but I don't use it like that. I actually do have, sorry if the camera shakes, an emergency $20 bill in here. So that's what that's for. This first pocket notebook is a monthly calendar and bill expenses. So this is a calendar for November that I already kind of wrote out, which is what the Sterling ink monthly notebook is going to replace. Obviously this starts in December, so I'll kind of go over that, but this starts December. So I have October in here too, but I can't show you that. There's a lot of personal stuff on there. And so November, just covering birthdays. I list birthdays here, upcoming events, and all important doctor's appointments and whatnot go on this side. And then I just cross everything off as we go, because that works best for my brain. Got monthly expenses here, which kind of won't go into too much detail there, which is how I'm going to be utilizing this as well, which, like I said, I'll go over in a moment here. I kind of want to make a point about these. So I was strictly using this fountain pen booty clip from Coffee Monsterz Co. And it's so cute, so gorgeous. And I was strictly using this to hold my page, or like to hold the books together, and to, like keep the notebook open when you want to hold down a page like this and write on it and stuff. But I found that when I'm outside of the house, like I'm in the house obviously right now, so I have it in my notebook, but when I'm outside of the house, it's pretty heavy. This is substantial. So yesterday, I actually, I'll just put that cute little butt right there. I actually seen these at Daiso, and which, by the way, y'all, I don't know if you know, but Daiso went up in price. This used to be $1.25. Now they're $2.25, a whole dollar. But anyways, if you have a Daiso near you, I just got these little clips, and they're so much lighter than that clip because that's brass, you know, so just friendlier for my little bag that I put it in. But yeah, then I have this, which is my scratch pad. I have it on the monthly. I do a rolling weekly. Sorry, I said monthly. I do a rolling weekly. So I do a weekly colors for, what is it called? Oh my gosh. I might do a video in the future on kind of like a rolling weekly. I did attach it on a separate video I did from Claudia and Claudia S. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, so sorry Claudia. But she has a great explanation on a rolling weekly. But I love doing a rolling weekly for like all of my appointments and everything. And then if you've seen any of my other videos, I honestly just use this little notebook for everything. Grocery lists. I do rapid logging in here because, to be honest, 2 reasons. If you don't know what rapid logging is, it's kind of like a bullet journaling term where you just write down all the events that happened to you in the day, how you felt, things you experienced, appointments you have coming up. It's basically like a to-do list, but also extracurriculars. And I basically do that because, one, I have a completely terrible memory. And my memory is so bad to where, like, I don't remember, one, what I just ate a couple hours ago, but also I have such a bad memory that I'm like, what did I do yesterday? What did I do this morning? Because I honestly have no idea, and it's just so bad. And it's just really bad. My husband was like, what is wrong with you? Why don't you remember something you just did like 3 hours ago? I'm like, I don't know. But if as soon as I do it, I write it in this notebook, and then I journal about it later. And later could be that night, which most likely it's usually not. My journaling time, like I'll rapid log like 2 or 3, sometimes up to 5 days at a time, and then I'll be able to journal. Because if you're new here, I have 2 babies under 2. They're 2 and under, so I have a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old. And so I prioritize sleep, obviously, which is rare. So between them being sick and teething and just having normal 2-year-old tantrums, it's just kind of chaos. And I don't always get to journal right away that same day. So I journal like 2, 3, 4 days later, and I already don't remember what happens in one day, like several hours later. So in order to remember that, because I do want to reflect on those things, I want to remember the good things, the milestones that my children go through. I want to remember, you know, the tiny things that they've said and stuff like that. And so I'll just rapid log it in here, super quick, just scratch pad, knock it down. And then later, whenever that is, I can journal about it. And I'm like, oh yeah, I get triggered by whatever is written there. And I'm like, oh yes. And then I'll just elaborate further on what happened that day or that moment. And it's just great. And that's just how I journal, and that's what works best for me. So that's what I use this second notebook for. And that's pretty much all the notebooks I have in here. Oh, what I also do is I write random notes in here. Kind of like a commonplace, but most of the time I don't put it in a different place, but sometimes I do. So I do have a notebook that I've been putting like commonplace notes in, but it's not often at all, maybe once a week, but it's rare. I did have some notes in here from a video that I had seen by someone that I kind of wanted to discuss here. So as you can see, my daughter draws in here. You know, she's so cute. She loves that I draw, and she wants to draw too, which maybe I'll actually show her little notebook, her sketchbook I call it. But it was by this person, a YouTube video by Eposvox, Eposvox, at the very end of the video, he was talking about like overconsumption and following other people's systems and not really like going through the process of creating your own system, which, you know, like refining the way that you do things, the way that your brain works and how you want to do these like notebooks and scratch pads and journals and such like that. And basically what he said is don't copy someone. You can't learn about what matters to you or what you want to prioritize by using someone else's system. And this is just me like oversimplifying what he said, but you should, if you see that video, the end of the video is really good. I mean, the whole video is good. He did really good on that, but videos encourage buying to use the same stuff and become, he says something about becoming similar to that person, that you're using the exact same things and just copying what they're doing. You basically buy a part of someone else's everyday carry because you think they're cool for doing it, but you lose the sense of self-discovery that makes any of it matter in the first place. And I kind of boxed that part because I was like, that is a good point. And it's like, you copying someone else's system is, by what he said, is you lose the sense of self-discovery that makes any of it matter in the first place. Which is why we're all here, right? We want to find our own system. We want to figure out what works best for us so that we can be either more productive or just more self-reflective. Don't just copy someone else's, figure out your own system is what I wrote there. But yeah, just really good. And this is just like me making a note here that it's kind of like memory keeping. I have a terrible memory and I rapid log, because I wanted to say that in this video. And then also someone else in a different video said that you journal or document your life to reflect on how grateful you are, because like I said, for me, I don't remember things like that well at all, let alone what happened a week ago. And if I want to look back, I can just look at my journal and flip back a week and be like, oh man, I remember when that happened. Like, man, I'm so grateful that happened because of XYZ. And yeah, anyway, I just thought that was really impactful. So this little notebook back here is almost done. So I have a couple of pages left, and you know, I will be replacing it with that one there. Back here, I just put like some random extra notes, how much we spent on groceries in September, how much we're spending on groceries in October. I don't really want to talk about that. It's just, you know, inflation. Eating out. Oh my gosh, guys, eating out is crazy. So, you know, Roberto's, Popeyes, just random stuff. And then, you know, blank pages that I will go through and then replace it with this notebook here. And, oh, it has card slots. Like I said, I don't use this as a wallet anymore. I'm not trying to. But if I did, this is what this is for. And the pen loop is attached. So, oh, there's a little bit of branding back here. If you've never seen my other video, you can't really read that. But it says Traveler's Notebook. Super cute. It's actually a passport size insert, but it fits great for a pocket. This is pocket size, so that's what that is. I'll put that in frame because it's just so cute. So yes, that's this little notebook. And then this. Oh, wait, actually, before we go through Sterling ink, I wanted to show you the black notebooks that I talked about in my previous video. So it's a pack of 20, you guys. 20 pocket notebooks. Beautiful, beautiful pocket notebooks. Great paper. I'm sorry for the rustling, but great paper. Stitch binding. Dot grid. The paper's smooth. It's just, I don't know if you guys can hear that. Like, oh, just fantastic. If you love stationery, you know what I'm talking about. But this is the most satisfying, so satisfying. Such a satisfying feeling. But yeah, this is what they're called. This is the brand Pocket Top Grid journaling notebooks from Amazon. I couldn't link it. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I couldn't link it in my other video, so I wanted to show you what they look like. But now, sterling ink. So if you've never seen sterling ink before, they come packaged in some cute, like an all black packaging, super cute. Comes with this card, hand painted, and she just does really good work. So my journal right now is a common planner, a vertical B6 common planner from Sterling Ink, but I don't know, I just wanted to switch it up and I'll be using something else. But it comes with this little card and her little QR code, and then some free stickers. And that's literally, this is literally all I ordered from her. Is this, oh my gosh, focus, is this little pocket monthly calendar. So there are a few things in here other than just the monthlies. There's a year at a glance, blank grid pages right here. There's this one spread. There's a goals breakdown. So there's goals. I'm so sorry, my camera just stopped recording. But yes, so this is a goal breakdown page. So there's goals, someday, 1 year, half year, quarterly, monthly, weekly, daily. You can do a breakdown. I probably won't use that. This is super tiny. Obviously this is a pocket size. These little squares are like the size of my nail. The tip of my nail rather. Quarter 1 breakdowns, you know. Got priorities section, January, February, March. Habit tracker you can use this for, but it's so small. And then Q2, Q3, Q4, boom, month of December. So this is when I'm gonna start using it. But I'll be using this to replace the first notebook in my pocket traveler's notebook over there, and you know, appointments, events. I'm going to be writing the birthdays and everything in the front over here. Birthdays, special events that are coming up. And I probably won't use the other pages, but you know, I'll be using those for that. And then she does put blank pages in the back. I mean, they're gridded, so they're not completely blank. Oh, it goes until January. Oop. January 2027. And then there's numbered, this is a 1, numbered grid pages in the back. Boom, boom, boom. Sterling ink. So cute. 17 graded pages in the back, which I will be putting my monthly expenses back here. I do like to keep track of that. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be using this for. And another thing, just really quick, I found a gem at the thrift store, you guys. RHODIA paper for $1. $1. Deseret Industries in Las Vegas, Nevada. $1, you guys. RHODIA paper? Really? There's nothing wrong with it. It has serrated it's serrated right here. And I am possibly, maybe, considering doing my own pocket notebooks after I run out of this humongous 20 pack over here. Or I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this, but I got 2. There was like 12 of these at the thrift store for $1 each. And I contained myself because I have a lot of paper. I don't need any more paper. But I might get a kit to make my own pocket notebooks, and I'm really considering it. I also found this at Daiso. It's a little corner rounder. How cute. It's like the size of my thumb. Let's see, let's try it out. I haven't tried it out yet. But you basically stick this in here. Oh my gosh, look at that. How cute. How adorable. Look at that. Compared to this one. Right? That's just awesome. So anyways, cute little corner rounder. And that is all I wanted to show today. Hopefully you found that interesting. I know I certainly do. And you know, I hope you're doing well, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.